What's up, Jabroni7 here? Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we are hopping into Scrubs episode number 6 of season number 2, titled My Big Brother. So JD's big brother is coming here, or I'm assuming it's him because the dude was white, and I'm guessing, I mean, it could be Turks, but I'm guessing it's not. The actor looks very familiar, like I've seen him in, he looks like the guy from Flash. I could be way off though. But nonetheless, hopefully it's a great episode. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. If you want extra episodes early, head over to Patreon, full, uncut, unedited reaction. If you want to get episodes before they come out anywhere else, go there. If you want, if you can't do that, just head over to YouTube. If you can get episodes over there whenever they show up here. Man, I stumbled that intro. So we're gonna watch Scrubs. Hopefully it's a great episode, but I don't really have much else to say, and we're just gonna hop in here. Pretty much like, comment, subscribe. Here we go.
And then it happened.
Can I help you, sir?
Sir. We're practically kids.
Really? Well, what are you doing for Halloween tomorrow night?
Well, we used to dress up as pigs and hit every bar in town.
Yeah, you have not lived until you see the drunken pig do the robot. Big plans.
Watch TV and sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let me take a bath first.
Bubbles?
Give me some.
Oh. Dr. Cox, this is my big brother Dan. He just showed up unexpected.
That is the dude from
44 seconds.
Flash.
Whoa, easy there, Chief. Why don't we have one of those nurses there for you? Big tall glass of calm down juice.
Oh shit.
It's all Sandra Bullock movies. But now I'm thrilled to announce your brother tops
Chief.
the list, which
Does
is...
this speech have an intermission? Because I gotta go to the lobby and take a whiz.
Actually, I'm not so keen on nicknames from guys that barely know me.
Actually, why don't you tell me what you are keen on?
Oh, Dan, no.
Bambi?
Well, you know, it's a term of endearment that only Carly uses.
I respect that, Bambi.
Well, that's smart, because you do not want to get on Bambi's bad side and suffer the wrath of Bambi.
Oh, wow.
Why are you here?
Room 310's test came back negative. I thought you might want to give him the good news.
Doctor, it's an emergency. We need you right away.
Damn it, Bambi, I'm busy. So
Hey, you're lying sack of shit.
Wait a second, is she still laughing?
Oh, is she gonna sleep with him?
Huh? Stop your stupid laughing. It makes you look like a whore. Joking.
Veteran move from the babyface sophomore. The whole I'm sorry for your loss thing was a little hallmarky for me, but darn it all if you're not showing just a ton of promise.
If I could be there, I'd be there. Wait a second, you treated him, right? We should maybe give Dad a call. Dad. Oh, we should definitely make sure I sleep with that Elliot chick.
That's a little weird for me, because I don't know if you know this or not, but we used to be intimate.
And finally meet that 900-year-old girl of his dreams.
I made my recommendation.
You stood up for what you believe in, and I respect that. Thank you. 20 bucks says you kill him.
You're on.
Oh shit. 20 bucks says you kill him?
Hey, some sugar over here?
Makes sense.
With that hostess, you know, she uses sharp tones.
Yeah, right. Now I'll give you 3 seconds to give me the real reason I can't go to lunch. Otherwise, I'm coming.
Because you're not sleeping with my brother.
3, 2, 1.
That wasn't it. Fun, though.
False alarm, boys.
He said false alarm.
Here we go, Mr. Carney. If he tries hard, but there's room for improvement, take a sip of your drink.
No, don't
Hey.
play the game.
What? I was thirsty.
All right, you don't find. Ask me if she could be better.
What time is it? Time to dance. Come on. Ready? Come on. Bring it back.
Uzi.
I'll be in my wallet.
Now, before you get too awful high up on your horse there, Tonto, I feel it's my duty to remind you of just a little something. See, you just made a $20 bet on whether a fellow human being would live or die. Now tell me, just exactly how's that make you feel, Mr. Sensitive?
Wow.
Pretty good?
You're a dick.
All the best.
You're a dick. Why'd you do that? Why'd you put that in his head? He got so caught up in the competition.
What do you do that you could take that kind of time off?
I 10 bar.
But not just like any bar, it's like the bar. It's like when all the college kids come home from Thanksgiving, it's like where everybody goes. I go there when I'm home. He's more like Kirk Cameron
This is
in the
awkward.
last season of Growing Pains when he lived above the garage with Boner. Anyone? The reason was that I was ashamed of my brother.
Wow.
And I think he knew it too.
You two should probably get back to work.
Hey man, that's real though, right there, man. That's so real. You become a doctor, your brother.
Heated seats are amazing.
Oh God. Oh, please tell me that was the horn.
There's your heated seat, my friend.
Oh God, it's everywhere.
Tough you are without your costume on.
Oh.
Go ahead and knock the folders out of my hand now.
What costume?
You weren't
It
wearing a
wasn't
gorilla suit
him.
before?
Someone running around in a gorilla suit? What you look like?
Gorilla?
No, it's not me.
Then why did you knock the folder out of my hand?
Because you asked me to.
Oh my God, I'm totally going to hell.
Turk, wait! People get thrown out of funerals every day.
Cox is such
Why
a
are you
dick for this. He did this.
Off the top of my head, I'd have to say it's because he's suffering. But of course, I love the poetry of someone putting himself way up on a pedestal and then getting knocked the hell back down into this puddle of self-hatred. Let me guess, you're off to another funeral. I'll make you a deal. You come with me right now, and if you're still late for the graveyard, I will personally scour the obituaries with you this weekend, and we can just go nuts.
Carla put you up to this?
That was my idea. I desperately want to be close with you. I just can't figure out how to connect. Turn around. You see Dr. Wen in there? He's explaining to that family that something went wrong and that the patient died.
Oh my Jesus.
Tell him what happened. He's going to say he's sorry, and then he's going back to work. You think anybody else in that room's going back to work today? That is why we distance ourselves. That's why we make jokes. We don't do it because it's fun. We do it so we can get by.
There's nothing wrong with being a bartender.
I like living with Mom.
She makes great eggs.
All in all, I'm pretty damn happy. I'm happy.
All that matters, man. As long as you're happy.
And now for the apology. That's a load of crap.
Oh shit.
Look, I know you, okay? And the funny thing is, you could be that guy. But you're afraid that if you actually have to try at something, you might fail. And that's just not a chance you're willing to take.
Damn. I mean, he was honest, man. He wasn't
Right
trying
then,
to
I
be an
knew I'd
ass.
never see my brother the same way again.
Wow, it was you. Wow. Did the janitor do anything to him? I don't think the janitor did anything. I thought he was like this whole thing where he's gonna get you back, but then he didn't get you. Or not get you back, but get you. That was a pretty good episode. I don't know, somewhere between a 7 or an 8 feels like a proper score, honestly. I love when the show gets emotional and balances it with the comedy. The comedy in this episode wasn't that great. It didn't make me laugh really that much. I mean, I chuckled a couple times, but nothing too, crazy. I thought the emotional stuff worked. I thought the story with his brother was really good. It's a realistic take where, especially if you have an older brother that you're more successful than, or you see them that they haven't really lived up to what they want to be. And, it's kind of normal to feel a certain kind of way. It's all about how you let it affect you. So I thought that was a cool, realistic take on that. Even the stuff with Turk, right? With him, not being able to let go of stuff and, let the emotions take over, and you're supposed to move on so that you can keep doing your job and saving other people. And then Turk is somebody that he gets connected, right? Which wasn't how he was at the beginning. Because wasn't at the beginning he was really when he was really competitive, and he would kind of move on from patient to patient. I think that was his part of his arc that we saw that at the beginning. So it's interesting to see him kind of be the emotional one that can't let go of stuff, feels really bad. And I mean, it does suck that Cox knew that about him and decided to, poke the bear and be an asshole. But I enjoyed the episode a lot. I thought it was really good. When it comes to shows, you gotta give a realistic score, and it's between a 7 or an 8. So, but let's break it down. So we start off. JD's kind of gets called sir or something along those lines, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're not kids anymore. We're getting treated differently." And then we get the big thing where the brother's here. So this guy I know because he's in the Flash, right? Isn't he Reverse Flash or something? Or not Reverse Flash? He's somebody. I know that he's in the Flash. And then the way that he spoke to Cox was crazy. I was like, holy shit, JD is gonna have to. He's gonna get a ear full for this one. His brother had no filter. Yeah, for the most part, it was just a lot of his brother kind of getting to know how he works and kind of bringing like that. You know how when you go hang out with friends that you haven't hung out with since you were like a little kid, and then when you hang out with them, you kind of do the dumb shit that you used to do. It's the same thing with like brothers or family members that you haven't seen in a while. When you go hang out with them, you kind of revert back to that, like how it was back in the day. And that's what JD was. It was like when we got back with his brother, kind of reverted to being under his brother and looking up to his brother. So when he's introducing him to Elliot and Elliot sees him in a different way, or Elliot wants to know about him, and she keeps asking questions about what he does and things like that. JD's trying to protect him because no matter how much you don't like your brother or you're disappointed in your brother, will try to protect him or make him look better than he actually looks. So he lets him play doctor here. What's happening here? Okay, then he sees them flirting. I was like, oh no, are they gonna sleep together? Because that's gonna be interesting. Then gets Kirk with the whole funeral thing. He has to work, but he tells her that he wishes he could. Then Cox decides to fuck with him because he's Dr. Cox. And Kirk tries to make him feel bad about it, but you can't make Dr. Cox feel bad about something like that when he kind of just is always fix somebody, move on to the next, fix somebody, move on to the next. That's how he lives his life. All right, so here we talk about sleeping with Elliot. Says that me and her were intimate. With the gorilla hanging around. I just noticed Kelso was in the gorilla suit, right? And he's the one that threw the sugar packets at him. They make a bet here about this guy and his life, and if Turk says, I bet you the $20 I save his life, or Cox initiates it and Turk kind of takes the bet. Elliot wants to, JD and his brother are going out to lunch. Elliot wants to tag along. But yeah, the janitor doesn't really do anything, right? He doesn't take it do any prank on JD that I think of. So we go to lunch, and the brother's treating JD like the little brother and kind of clowning on him, making fun of him. He doesn't like it, and things get awkward here when he tries to play him up, and his brother's super successful, whatever he's trying to do it. And then since Cox lost this bet, which I don't know if it was actually the reason why I don't think he didn't care about the bet. He did it for ulterior motives, right? So he says, to fuck with Turk, he decides to say, just bet on someone's life, to make, because he knows Turk's gonna get up in his head and let it affect him. It's a dick move. This is the awkward thing. Then we have the car ride back. He farts in the car. Got some jokes about the body, which a dead person that gets rolled in, which Turk finds insensitive. So then he decides to go to, doesn't even know the guy's name, but decides to go to be the nice guy. Gets embarrassed here because he doesn't know the person's name, gets kicked out. It's a lot, right? So was the prank that he hits the papers out of his hand, was that the prank? Because I don't know if that was the prank. It didn't feel like the prank or the trick. What's happening here? This is when Turk gets kicked out. He's upset. He's hurting deep inside, And then Dr. Cox is juggling and laughing at it all. And of course, Carter's going to yell at him. He has to go apologize. Then we see Elliot try to get these guys to open up about stuff, do the real emotions and stuff, and neither one of them wants to do it. They reluctantly get to that point when he brings up, you're embarrassed of me, and then they have the conversation. And then he says, oh, I'm happy with my life. I'm happy that I live with mom. I mean, it's a whole thing. Cox trying to talk about, show Turk why you have to move on and you can't harp on the emotional parts of getting attached to your patients. You have to move on, because when stuff like what this doctor over here is doing, where he's telling this family that this person, he messed up and this person is dying, he has to leave this room and go move on to his next patient. Nobody else in that room is going to do that. They get to leave. For real, I mean, it's real. I love when Dr. Cox gets super emotional and super real with stuff. And JD says that he doesn't think that the brother is actually happy, that he knows he wants more. Kind of puts the brother in like a funk, but leaves. That's it. I love this transition where you see him kind of go from like high school brother to where his brother is now. That's it. And he says, I'm never going to see my brother the same way again. Then we go to the bar and find out Kelso was the gorilla. And that's the episode. Like I said, I thought it was a solid episode. I thought it was pretty good because of the emotional speech there at the end. But other than that, I'd probably give it like a 7. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reaction episodes extra early over there if you want them. If you don't want them, that's cool. You can get episodes here whenever they show up. But yeah, I'm out of here, and I'm going to talk to you guys